So he did all this damage. He thinks he tore all this up.
I know what gun oil tastes like. I'm sure all of us do. Yeah, you see, comedy is the flip side of tragedy. Tragedy plus time equals comedy. I haven't blown my head off yet, but one day it'll be funny. Sure. It's algebra. That's why I didn't do well in math in school at all. I have another guy that I don't feel probably did real well in math either. And like myself, truck driver. And I probably have him in number of years of the truck driver, but he's probably got me on number of miles. It's Mr. Super Trucker Tim. Can't even hardly wait. Gonna be a staple of the joke joint coming all the time.
Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, whoever mentioned the chicks, the older ladies who were here last week, I don't know if you remember this, the one that was sitting here on the end, she wanted her a slice of Super Trucker. I don't know if you guys remember that. She was trying to get the old Super Trucker to go on that. That was a side, guys. Anyway, I'm Super Trucker Tim. I just moved here from Oregon. I've been here for a month. And I remember the last thing that somebody said to me before I left Oregon. One of my neighbors, he said, "Man, you're gonna leave a hole in my life." You know, that really made an impression on me, because when you've contributed enough to somebody's life and then you take it away and their life just crushes, it's a good feeling. You know, to know that you've done that. You know, and now I'm here. So I'm a transplant, implant, poisonous plant, some kind of plant, but I'm here, and so I'm here now, and I just wanted to tell you guys about some differences I've noticed from the West Coast as opposed to here. There's some cool differences. The first one that I noticed is you guys are so formal. It's good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. Everybody's so formal and proper. On the West Coast, it's hey, dude, what's up, brah? And on Hawaii, I spent a lot of time in Hawaii, it's even looser. It's, hey, shaka bra, what's going on, brah? Yeah. And so you come over here, and I'm gonna have a really hard time, guys, acclimating to the whole sir thing. And here's why. Because on the West Coast, you don't call somebody sir unless they're doing your taxes, or if they're trying to arrest you. So if I like you, I don't want to call you a Let's say this is a likable fella, and I like this guy, right? I don't want to call you sir. It means something different over there. So that I'm having a tough time with that. The other thing that I noticed, this was pretty cool. I'm trucking now up Georgia, Florida, you know, around here, southeast. So I get stuck in a rest area in Georgia, right? And I met my first Baptist preacher, and he was working the truck stops preaching to truckers. He walks up to me and he says, "Would you like to hear about the Lord Jesus today?" And I said, the only thing I could think of that came to my mind, because I've only seen these guys on TV. So I said, "If knowing the Lord is wrong, I don't want to be right." And that was music to this man's ears, right? Oh, he was just ecstatic. He's jumping around and he says, "I love you, Brother Tim." And I couldn't say it back. I couldn't say it back. And the reason I couldn't say it back is I said, "Hey, I'm really sorry, buddy. You got to understand where I'm from. If a man tells you he loves you in a rest stop, parking lot, you either do one of two things. You tell him, 'I don't roll that way,' and lock the doors of your truck," or you tell them what the going price is. So it just means something different over there. The next thing that I noticed that I've discovered is the Waffle House. Right? I went to the Waffle House, and this was interesting, guys. This is an interesting experience for me. Because once you get past the sand and the grit and the chunks of stuff in the broken glass, and you ask the cook to keep the cigarette ash out of your waffles, they're pretty good. They're not half bad, and you get a lot of food for $15, right? It was interesting though, because you don't have to ask the waitress for more water with all the leaks in the roof. You just stick your glass there, right? You're good. And there's a couple of black girls approached me, you know, on the other side of the podium there, and they said, "Would you be offended if we said to you that you had the prettiest blue eyes?" And I said, "Ladies, I'm 50 years old. If you can find anything pretty on me, I'm ecstatic." I'll take it. All right, so the next crazy thing that happened to me, no trans bathrooms. LGBTQ is huge on the West Coast, right? To the point that it was driving me absolutely crazy. I couldn't take it anymore, but there were good points to it, right? Because when you went into a restaurant, the men's bathroom was always going to be disgusting. But women work there, so of course the women's bathroom's going to be clean, right? So I'll give you an idea. I'm in Federal Way, Washington. I look in the men's bathroom, it's gross, so I go to the women's bathroom, pristine. I go in there and, you know, I do my business, and this lady's banging on the wall. "You can't be in there, you can't be in there." And I came out and I said, "Lady, couldn't you just wait until I was done?" And she says, "You can't be in the women's bathroom." And the manager's coming toward me, and she's furious, and she's coming at me in a charge. And I said, "I identify as a woman." Stopped the manager in her tracks. She knew she couldn't do anything, went the other way. I can't pull that card here, because you guys have morals. Well, what's the deal with that? Well, what's with the morals? Oh, man, so that was frustrating. The other thing, crazy, that happened to me, on the West Coast, people have literally tried to run me over for hunting, right? Because I hunt and stuff. I've had people try to hit me with their trucks. Today, I'm driving out in the middle of the wilderness, in the middle of nowhere, to pick up a washer and dryer, and a herd of wild pigs comes through this guy's property. Now, the dude's from New York, right? So he comes out, and he says, he notices this patch I have that says Master Hunter here, and he says, "Have you killed things before, sir?" Guy's from New York, and he says, "I bought this rifle. I've never killed anything in my life. Can you help me out, sir?" And I said, "Absolutely, I'm good at killing shit. I love doing that. I'll do that." So there's these pigs, and they're coming by now. Boom, boom, boom. All three of them dead kill shots, right? Drop all three of them. And he goes, "Oh my God, that was fabulous." And he says, he hands me a wad of money. And I said, "Wow, I'm like a contract killer. I'm getting paid to do this." In Oregon, I would have been run over and run out of the state. But so I like a lot of the differences here, guys. I think I'm gonna fit in right at home here. It's just gonna take a little acclimation. But thanks, guys.
Outside of the fact that you said you were from somewhere else, you're about as Florida as it gets. Round of applause for that guy, super sharp. Even his name is Florida.
That's who he is. Yeah.
Guys, I wasn't lying about the Waffle House. It's addicting. It tastes good going down, but it's like a shotgun blast coming out. One of these days I'll learn.
So you've got companies that what they'll do is they'll go around to restaurants and they will collect the used oil from the deep fryers. And what they'll do is they'll constitute it, filter it, make it into diesel that can be ran in trucks. And it's kind of neat because when the trucks run, they actually smell like French fries. Somebody should have told the Waffle House, though, that after it's been reconstituted into diesel for a semi-truck, you're not supposed to put it back into the deep fryer and use it again to make food.